Today we have a 3.75 horsepower older Briggs and Stratton. 2002 from the looks of it. I thought it'd be older than that. Well, maybe, I guess not. But it doesn't start. If you put a little starting fluid down the plug hole, it will run, so it just has a bad carburetor. In addition to that, that's leaking a little bit down here. So we're going to have to take care of that. It's going to be a little harder, but we'll figure that out. So I guess first things first. Okay, so now that's done and taken care of. So I did a little research. How this breaks down is this piece that's leaking, you don't repair it. You have to buy a whole thing. So that's not good. Well, for them. It's easier for me. I hate replacing seals. So on here there's 3 bolts. Yeah. Oh, never mind, there's 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me show you this. Look at the crust and the grime on that. If it wasn't so horrible, it'd be impressive. So I'm going to take that off. First I'm going to blow it off with the air compressor, see what happens. Okay, that's a lot better. So there's 3 bolts here, here, here. There's a 4th one, can't see it. There, there, and behind there. And there's a 4th one down here. So when you have this plate on, you have to make sure this is on choke and this is on stop. That way this lines up so you can take the bolt out. So I'm going to take the bolt off, take these off, and the carb should lift off the throttle linkage. Yeah, should be about it. May have to take the spring off too. Maybe just take this whole plate off. Okay, so it's out. It's actually 1 long screw in there too. Forgot to mention. So now we take I believe it's a T15. Yeah. Take these off. This is a fuel pump. The pulse of the engine drives like a diaphragm that pumps fuel in through here into a cavity, which then this picks up. It's very similar to like a lawnmower engine, except this is just a longer and it's on a horizontal shaft. And with these, you want to make sure that pickup tubes are okay. I think it's a little bit dirty. Take off the screen. It usually doesn't come with the screen. It kind of makes me wonder if that's even supposed to be there. So now, this is most likely our culprit. Besides, of course, this being really, really dirty. Oh yeah, this thing's rough. Oops. Yeah, no. That one was not going to be pumping any fuel. We're going to be replacing that. I have a whole carb kit here that comes with all the gaskets. Because there's a couple different ones it could be. So we're going to double check. The one that's on there doesn't look horrible, but we might still use a new one. Okay, next, I'm going to take out this screw. Naturally, as soon as Garage Puppy wants to come inside, she wants to lay down exactly where my feet are, so I'm at a bad angle. This is sometimes adjustable, sometimes it's fixed. This is a fixed one. In here, I want to take this out. It's a little spring. Sometimes there's these little fins or whatnot in there. I take those out, but this one doesn't have it. Okay, well, I'm going to boil this off a little bit more. Maybe take a wire brush and clean the dirt off it and put in the ultrasonic cleaner. Bring everyone back. Okay, just got it out. Looks like did a pretty good job. Put a little bit more through here. Probably sounds horrible for you. Don't worry. Sounds horrible here too. Okay. First things first, let's put that in. I believe that's the idle. And because this is a non-adjustable one, you just push or screw it in until it bottoms out. There we are. Next, we are going to... I end up taking off the old gasket, and this is the one that's going to replace it. Next, let's put this spring back on. There we are. Very nice. Everything appears to move. Full choke. Very good. So now we need the carb kit. Well, first, let's see if the carb kit comes with one of those. I do not think so. Usually, I would just buy a set of these. I usually do, but I don't have one right now for whatever reason. I must have ran out. I'll have to buy some tonight. Let's take a rag. I did not put this in the cleaner. Probably should have. You can do this on the machine, but I like to take it off because you don't clean the actual carburetor very well. And granted, I might not have needed it, but I'd rather do a complete full job than a non-complete job. There's two types. There's the older ones where this hole is actually a lot closer. Oof, good luck taking that bolt out. I'm telling you, that's going to be a problem. When you do take these off though, take off the one on the bottom first. This one. Make your life a lot easier. And these don't have to be all that tight, but you do want them snug. And I think that's it. Might as well put this back on there. Okay, I'm going to put this on and install it and bring everyone back. So I just want to bring up that you want to clean this very well, and inside this is the little cavity that I was talking about. You don't want to have any dust or anything in there. Shove like a wire brush or something. Okay, be right back. Okay, so it's down. I took some fuel out of it before I put everything back together. That's why I was over there. It's super complicated, intense process of putting a jar on the bottom and tipping it over. Got about 99% of it out, so the tank itself is actually really clean, which is surprising. But that came out of it, so it's definitely old. I put some marble down the plug hole, mainly to just kind of clean it up. It hasn't ran for a long time, obviously, so I don't really want it to have no oil lubrication. Well, I don't want to have to build up the oil lubrication. Granted, it probably won't take very long and there shouldn't be any damage. Why take that risk? Worst case scenario, burns a little marble and it smells good in here for a few minutes. Why'd I come over here? That's the final thing. Before we even go any further, let's check the oil. It's a little bit on an angle, so let's take a look. Yeah. It's black, but it's in there. The good thing about these types of carbs is they don't, there's no needle and seat, so if anything fails, you don't have a motor full of gas and oil mix. I realize that with these engines as well, because they don't have anything like that. What we have to do is either pull on it forever to kind of get the fuel to go through the carburetor, through the pump, into that little cavity I showed you, and then sucked in, and then it's shot into the motor, or you do that. Might have to do that once or twice, ideally, and then you give it a pull. So let's do that. We don't want choke, we want run, and let's do like 3/4 throttle. Okay, let's try choke now. The spring on the other end of that bar came off. I'm going to go put that back on real quick. Yeah, let's all go for the journey together. Just take these 4 out. I'm going to put the choke on just in case one of the bolts decide to go for a dive. Yep, there it is. Of course, it's the one that's hard to reach. Can't be the easy one. Okay. It should work fine. Now that I said that, it probably won't. Let's go ahead and put it back on. Something tells me that duty calling. Oops. The good thing about having semi-nasty weather recently, it was in the spring, it was pretty nice. So I became very, very busy and then slowed down. So I was able to catch up on some of my projects and then after a good couple weeks of being kind of mild and a little rainy, kind of ran out of everything, and now it's getting nicer, and now everyone's coming back out to their shed and realizing that their mower, their chainsaw, their whatever isn't working. Or in this case, my rototiller. Not gonna lie though, I haven't seen a lot of rototillers this time of year. It's usually it's July. What do you plant in July? Garlic. 3/4. Okay, well, I'm going to let that marble burn off outside. Let the owner of this know. Probably pressure wash it. Just, it's going to be used tomorrow, so I'm not going to bother. Like I said, the other complaint for this is that there's a leak down here. This whole piece has to be replaced according to the Sears parts diagram. And considering this is a Sears, and there's no bolts or anything to take out, they're all like riveted in, so you could take it apart and potentially do that, but then you have to go through a trial and error of seals, and I don't have that many of them. But from what I gathered, this is a chain driven, so it's not going to be too horrible. It is a little dry. I'll talk to him at the very least. Maybe we can find one used if we want to go that route. But then you'd probably have the same problem. There's not even a place to put in any additional gear oil. I looked up and down this thing. Gear oil, grease, whatever it needs to be. And nothing. So, it's odd. So it's just one of those non-serviceable items. But yeah, if you like what you see, definitely keep on watching. I'm going to keep on uploading. Definitely subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will see everyone later. Bye.